So today we're doing a very interesting comparison. I feel like this is our most versatile comparison we've ever done. Biggest gap in terms of worth it ability.
A lot of people in the comments below, I've noticed, have been asking what kind of camera we use to shoot these videos. Well, this video will tell you exactly which one we use.
But we're going to be comparing it to more generic cameras to see which one is most worth it for its price point, $200 versus $20,000 worth of camera.
Wow.
Let's get into it. So first up, we have the $200 camera. This is your generic point and shoot camera. What are you smirking at? It is the Canon Powershot SX610 HS Wi-Fi. It shoots up to 1080p, 30 frames per second. It's your typical,
20.2 megapixels.
Okay, it shoots full HD. It's like your typical, taking photos. You're a tourist.
People know you're a tourist if you pull out this bad boy.
Okay, don't go that far. There are more high-end point and shoot cameras out there. Like, they go up to $1,000, like this one over here. But we're not including that in the comparison. This is just a version. See, would you look like a tourist if you had this one? Maybe it's the color.
I think it's a color.
It's the color. It's because it's white. It shoots decent video.
These are like one of the older models. When this was made, I'm sure it was kind of at the top tier of the
Point and shoot
camera game. But now, since technology has developed and an innovation happened, this is kind of now seen as obsolete.
For $200, say it's worth it?
I'd say if you're gonna pay $200 for a camera, just use your phone.
Scale of 1 to 10. 2? Say about 5. Alright, so next up is pretty much the top of the line YouTube camera you will see. If someone's been doing YouTube for a long time, they have a setup, they have invested in their setup for YouTube. This is typically what you'd find they use. This is what I use. This is the Panasonic GH4. If you watch any like film travel people, they typically use a DSLR. They switch between either a Canon or this one, Panasonic GH4. This one goes for around $5,000 the way it's kitted out right now.
And it also has, what's different about this one and the one we previously looked at is you can change out the lenses.
Yes, the lenses are interchangeable. In terms of quality, this one shoots 4K at 60 frames per second, which is pretty much the new gold standard.
It's quite a bit.
It's impressive. It looks juicy. I mean, if you see it
does look, especially with the mic.
Yeah, the mic sounds good. It looks pretty good.
It looks sweet.
It looks juicy, like ooh. And then with the lenses, you can zoom in a lot more. Oh wow, that's pretty zoomed in. That's pretty zoomed in. Like when you think about it, that to that. Yeah. I mean, I think this camera is, if you are someone who loves doing YouTube or loves doing film
and has been doing it for a while, like if you're just starting out, I would say this is pretty expensive for an investment. But
yes.
If you are, this is your full-time job and you are making money off of it, then something that you should invest in.
Yes.
If not this, then another camera that's of similar caliber.
It's hard to find those, but yeah. This one also has a bunch of other features. It has HDMI out if that's important to you. You can record to an external monitor.
So is this good for camera and video, or is it just focused on video?
It does okay video. I wouldn't really use it for photography. You could. It does have a good sensor. They do have a photography version of it, but these are known for their video.
Good to know. Whereas I think this one, this $200 model, is most known for probably doing photos. Because I think a few years ago, most people weren't even filming video, but now video is kind of like taking over the game.
Yeah, you can get point shoots that focus on video, like the camera we showed earlier, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Look at that. And with the lenses, you can get like one with a really shallow depth of field, get that cinematic look, the bokeh. But let's upgrade our cameras to what we're using in the studio, which I feel is a massive jump.
It is a massive jump.
Like, you
this
think
is
this
$5,000?
is intense.
Wow.
You guys are gonna be like, you guys are dumb.
Try like ×4 of this.
And the quality is there as well. The big boy camera. Woo! So normally you guys will see a third camera angle. You don't see one this episode because this is the camera that we're gonna be using.
We don't have spares of these just roaming around the office.
Just have like a fourth one. This is,
ooh,
oh my gosh. This is the camera we use to shoot our videos. It is a Canon C200. This one's pretty decked out. Now, there's a couple of other features that this one has that the other one doesn't. It does 4K, 60 frames per second, but it records it in a format called RAW. Have you ever done RAW photos?
I have.
So with a RAW photo, you can change anything in it. You can change the way it looks, the colors in it. Imagine doing that for video, 60 frames per second.
That means the file size is absolutely massive.
It's massive. We couldn't even use that file size for our everyday videos.
Like, we will film probably 10 minutes, and it's already up to 200 gigabytes per camera.
But if you're shooting RAW, it's 400 megabytes a second. 400 megabytes a second. That's a lot. Now, in terms of functionality, you got a monitor at the top so you can see what's going on. Let's see if we can. Can you see anything?
Yep, I see the Coca-Cola.
See the Coca-Cola. Now, this is it zoomed out. This is it zoomed in.
The zoom is very good.
And look how pretty that looks. That looks crystal clear. Look at that bouquet. Ooh, look at that. Statue of Liberty, how are you doing? It's kind of hard to put into words how much of a difference there is in the cameras. Like when you look at a movie and you're just like, wow. I feel like it's not very technical. It just looks good.
Yeah, like there's, you know when you like, just in terms of like listening to a song, when you listen to a song and then for some reason some songs just sound so much better than other ones.
Nope.
That's kind of the difference that we're looking at between this one and then the GH5. It's just that quality is just escalated that much more.
Look at that. One way. One way only.
He
Alright,
loves
so
these cameras.
there's another problem though with this. bring over the GH5. I wouldn't see anyone vlogging with this setup, alright? If you're a YouTuber and you go outside and you shoot video, this is not, like, have you ever tried to,
The lens is so heavy that it has a back weight to...
Yeah, to balance it out when it's on the pot. That's heavy, huh?
That's pretty heavy. We don't ever have to hold it. Like, it's on a stand. All we have to do is the movements.
So, Nathan, 3 different cameras, 3 different price points. Which one do you feel is most worth it?
Woo! So, like I said before, I don't think that this is worth it because if you're gonna pay $200 for a camera, just use your phone. Because most phones, even the cheaper phones nowadays, will have a decent camera. Maybe not the same megapixels as this, but a decent camera.
Wait, so you're saying get a newer version of it?
Get a newer version of this if you're gonna get one. Between these two,
Ooh.
I don't think that this is most worth it. I know that the quality is so crisp on this and it's elevated just that much more, but if I had to pick between one of these two, 15 grand is a big difference. Like you could get 4 of these cameras for the price of one of those. So I'm gonna have to say the GH5 is most worth it.
I have to agree with Nathan. Could have upgraded to this camera for my setup, but for the price difference, like this one looks insane. If you are someone who is shooting films, someone who needs to edit a lot post-processing, 100% worth it. If not, the GH5, especially if you're a YouTuber. This is what you should be aiming for if you are a YouTuber. But let us know in the comments below which one you think is most worth it. If you are a YouTuber, let us know what camera you're also using, or if you're an aspiring YouTuber, which camera would you like to use the most? Nathan and I both came to the same conclusion, which is very surprising.
Very rare.
And
very rare.
He didn't pick the cheapest one. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next episode.